Welcome back to the second lesson. The second lesson in Module 3 is solving polynomial equations algebraically. Graphing is by graphs, drawing. Algebraically is by equation, like writing it down. We use some formulas in this. We will look into that now. The learning objectives of this lesson are solve polynomial equations by factoring, solve polynomial equations by writing them in quadratic form, and then factoring. Factoring is very important, removing the factors, making common factors. So we will look into it in a while, and based on factoring we can differently solve as well. And then the keywords are prime polynomial and quadratic form. Quadratic form, I'm sure you know, it is x to the power 2. 2 is the highest degree. But what is prime polynomial? The polynomial which cannot be divided further. For example, you might recall some identities, say x squared minus a squared minus b squared. Okay, now you might know this, and this is a polynomial. You can uh, further break it down into a plus b, a minus b, isn't it? So now if you even multiply over here, you will get the same answer. The identities can be proved. It'll be a square minus ab over here plus ab or ba, it's the same thing. And then lastly we have minus b squared. So the middle term cancels, you will remain with a square minus b square. So this is not a prime polynomial. This is, broken down. Whereas now I will change the same thing to plus. There is no identity known. You can split this out. This is a prime polynomial. I hope you understand it, the one which you cannot divide further. Uh, so now then we will see what are the few things, important things. Now you know basic formulas of a plus b the whole squared, a squared. Just now we saw a squared minus b squared. So those are known. But you may not have come across this in general, a cube plus b cube, or a cube minus b cube. So these formulas are to be solved. It is sum of two cubes or difference of two cubes. Difference means minus. These are the two cubes. Cube is anything to the power 3. Now you must remember this formula. When it's a cube plus b cube, you must write in bracket a plus b. Then over here a squared minus ab plus b squared. Remember there is minus in both the cases, but when it is a plus b, the first term is the shorter term. A plus b is positive. Whereas in the next one, a cube minus b cube, you will have a minus b and then a squared plus ab plus b squared. So this is how we solve it. Then we will see a problem. Over here, factor each polynomial. If the polynomial cannot be factored, write prime. Now look at this. You can say x to the power 3, but you can see only y to the power 12. Can you factor it? Now over here, we just now saw the formula. X cube x power 3, then we have plus y power 3, or you can write it a cube b cube, it's fine, it's the same thing. It'll be x plus y because it's plus, and then we have x squared minus xy plus y squared. So this is the factoring, but we don't have x squared and y squared. Can we rearrange and write? If you see this first term, what is this in terms of cube? Do we have a cube root of this? Yes, 2 to the power 3 is 8. What about this 125? It's simple, 25, right? So 25, sorry, not 25. 5 cube. 5 squared is 25, 5 cube is 125. So we can write this as 2x the whole cube. Okay, this will be x, 2x will be x, that's fine. But what about the next one? We have 5 cube, yes, but we don't have y to the power of a cube, right? But you can write 12 as a multiple of 4 into 3. So you can write it as y to the power 4 the whole cube. Or you can write this as 5y to the power 4 whole cube. What happens? You have to power this to the cube, right? 5 cube, and the power of the exponent always is added. Sorry, it's multiplied. When you take power and power, it's multiplied. When you multiply two powers, it's added. So over here, 4 to the power 3. Don't take 4 cube. No, you have to just multiply these powers. So it'll be 12. Now you will get the question back. It's same. I have just rearranged and written this. I hope you understand. If you solve this, you'll get the same. So this is how we manipulate the terms and rearrange and write. Now I can use this 2x whole cube plus 5y to the power 4 whole cube. Now I can substitute instead of x as 2x and y as 5 cube, and you can solve it up. So you can see over here the greatest. Now there are many methods. Now there is one more method I can show you in the calculator. So here what you can do is try, because we need to use the cube root, try using shift and this symbol, you'll get cube root, or you can use that by pressing shift and over here and put 3. It's the same thing. And let's press 8. Yes, we got 2. Now change this to 125. 125. For numbers, you have to use cube roots. Okay. So 5. Now this is fine, x to the power 3. But what about this 12? 12 just divided by 3. You'll get 4. So now you can easily understand this is 2x whole cube and this is 5y to the power 4 whole cube. Now you can apply the formula, the identity. So it'll be x plus y. So 2x plus 5y to the power 4. Remember, y is 5, y to the power 4. And then over here, x square, that is 2x square minus x into y will be 2x into 5y to the power 4 plus this term square. So it is power 2. Now you can simplify this further. All you need to do is square this, 4 and x square. Here 5 times 2 is 10. Over here it's no square, it's just multiplying xy power 4. And here you get 5 square is 25 and y 4 into 2 is 8. So that is basically the answer. So this is the final answer. There's no more simplification. You can do this, but this is it. So over here, it stopped over here. So this is how just applying the identity and simplifying, just a couple of steps of simplification. That is it. So now I would highly recommend all of you try this. Pause the video now. Try it by yourself. Though it is hard, try it. Take time, try it, and then we will listen to the explanation together. I hope you have tried it by yourself. Now we will continue over here. So you can see there is 54x power 5 minus 128x square and y cube. So there is no way, even if I try this, 50 cube root, shift and cube root, 54, I'm not getting anything. I'm getting 3. And even if I do 128, 128, no. And now what can we do? Since this is the smaller number, 54, now let us try to manipulate this, 54. Okay, 54 cube root is 3.7. Now, which is the nearest cube root to this? 4 and 3. Let us try 4 to the power 3. 4 to the power 3. 64. Okay, it's more than this. It's not giving us. We need to try to take factor out of this. So always try the lesser number. Okay, sorry, I should have told always try lesser number. Whenever you see this cube root, always try to go to the lesser number, that is 3. So what is 3 cube root? 3 cube root is 27. So is there a way to make this number 54 in terms of 27? Can I split this? Yes, it is 2 times 27, isn't it? So how about I remove 2 outside and write this as 27. Okay, and then this x to the power 5 is a problem. So you can see over here x square is there. This is another odd thing. How about you remove this x square outside? So if you remove x square outside, what is remaining? 5 minus 2. How much is remaining? 5x to the power 3. Okay, this is great. Now same thing over here with 128. We don't have the cube root, but now we have removed 2. So what is 128 by 2? It'll be 64. Now try 64 cube root. Is it available? Is it there? It will generally be there. Yes, that is the thing. Now it is 4. So once you remove 2 common from this term, you must remove it from the next term. So you're remaining with 64 x squared is removed, y cube. Now this is the answer. So how do we get this? Take the smaller number, find the cube root and take the lower value and try to, find that number, this given number in terms of that number. So I need to multiply 2. 2 times 27 is 54. Now over here I can write this as 2x squared times, this is 3x the whole cube, minus this is 4 over here, 4y the whole cube. Now I can easily put the a cube, sorry, this is cube, not square, my bad. Now I can use the identity, isn't it? So I will easily use the identity and solve. Say over here, this is the simplification, factoring out, and then now I can use the identity of a cube minus b cube, and we will get this answer just like the previous one. Solve it. Now pause the video, solve it by yourself, and then check over here. Each steps are mentioned over here. This is it. Stop over here, simplify. This is the answer. So please make sure you remember the identity thoroughly and then apply a minus b, a square plus 2ab plus ab plus b square. So remember, go back to the formulas, by heart them, and then you can easily solve them up.